right one. This one, probably. I think this is the last streaming I did with Deadfire. Yeah.
I shall.
We have a mission here. Not sure about it. So, what do we need to do? This one, probably. Okay, we already learned this thing. Report. Maybe we need to steal something.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
No. Honestly, I don't remember why I was here. I think we can just go down. So if I recall correctly, when you go out, you should have your stuff back. But I'm not sure if you are forced to sleep, but that's the one thing that causes problem with this kind of build. But we already did all the hard things. We are just playing for fun. So learn. Okay, we have everything back already equipped. That's pretty nice. And honestly, I don't remember much about last things we did. We have plenty of super nice thing. Oh, we have the Seeker's Fang. One thing I'd like to do experiment is if I have the sword called Effort. I don't have it. I think it's called this way. That would be a nice weapon. But anyway, let's see what we can do. I don't remember very well. So we follow the quest. Go and talk with Castle. And I think we have already our starts. Oh, this one, Dragon Crash. Okay, this one is bad. Drags, I don't know. We could also have still some drag effects. We could try stacking more than the one. But it's always difficult to stack drags effect. I found a repeatable way to stack all of them. So sooner or later you find one drag that is removing, conflicting with the other drugs, so not easy. In theory, it should be possible to find a combination in order to get the drugs and save and reload, and then you can keep the effect, but in practice it is super difficult to do it in a reliable way. I have a feeling that is something that is sort of random, like the beast, Gallowine beast effects on creatures, so you never have the same combination working. But stacking 2 or 3 drugs effect, that's usually possible. So we have Swath here, we have see, Swath, only Swath. Well, we could try a different drug and see if we can keep both of them. Ripple Sponge. Okay, let's try this one, or White Leaf. Swath is one of the best because you have lots of resistances, you have shorter hostile effects and so on. Okay, let's try this one, Coral Snuff. So basically the gist of it would be to get the drug, and you remove the drug crush, and then in theory you should be able to stack with some of the drugs. But it doesn't always work, and in this case we have no more the Swath effect, so only certain combination work, and you have to try all of them every time if they are different, so not something really easy. There must be a way, but honestly don't remember. So important thing is we don't have crash anymore, we can try and prolong. But if you want to try the combination, basically you must save, and when you reload with still the previous drug effects, in theory if you find the right one that is not conflicting, you should be able to keep both. Not easy. We already found that Swath and Coral Snuff don't work well together. So you could try save, reload, and try another thing which is not Swath with Coral Snuff, and see if you manage to stack the 2 of them. But honestly, I don't think I want to do this thing, try. But I think I have been able to stack 4 or 5 of them once. But it's really something that you cannot do it always the same way. At least I've not been able, so not an easy thing to stack. There are a lot of other things that are much more reliable. So, but you want at least one drug, because this way you don't have the drug crush. And we want to prolong it a little, as we just used it, so as usual we prolong things, swapping our items, increasing the duration of beneficial effect. One of these items is the Kabbalist Gamson, one is the Strand of Favor, and then we have also this one, the Oblite, but it is less useful for most things. This one is useful when you have a starting very short duration you want to prolong, because this thing is adding 3 seconds that are not much, but at the start, if you have very short duration like 0.1 seconds, you can add 3 seconds swapping this one. So it is convenient in those cases because you can add fast with a few swap. But then usually when you have 10-20 seconds of radio duration, it is better to use this kind of items, because this is an increase by percent. So you have 10% more duration each swap, which is usually growing much faster if you don't start with very low values. And so you swap this one and also swap this one. Let me show you the trick. You have to use something able to swap a couple of them like this in theory, and you can see I'm swapping with some clicks in here. I'm swapping the 2 items, so it is 10% for each swap of each items, and if you click 100 times, usually you can prolong for a lot of hours, even days, because you have these 2 items. I think this is a faster way to prolong the beneficial effects. So in this case we are prolonging all the beneficial effect we have, and the last one, which was the drag effect. You can count in a real ultimate. You would more or less count how many times you do this. I've written tables, a spreadsheet to more or less calculate how many times are needed. But I say when you usually do 100 swaps, it is enough to go for a long time. At least until you are dumped by some mage, but you try to avoid that. So for instance, in a real ultimate, we will not be able to get the numbers, but this is a sort of test run. The game you use to test and verify you're able to overcome the ultimate difficulties. So we have not the wild challenge hiding the numbers, because we want to see what happens, and we have prolonged the drag effect in theory. So let's see if we find it. Should be somewhere. Chorus enough. As you can see, we have some billions of seconds already, so it's very fast. And this way we can keep the effect for a long time. So we can trying on with our quest. Let's see if we have other things to do here. I'm not sure. Don't think. So we go and talk with Castle. This quest usually you don't want to do with the ultimate, because I think there's a moment where you are forced to sleep, so 8 hours, usually you don't want to get that. Oh, this is the fight. Okay, so these random encounters can ruin your ultimate run, because sometimes if your skills are not high enough, you basically can risk a battle, and some of these battles are very risky, because even if you are very strong, there are cases where Villa is in a very bad position in the middle of the enemies, and so that is a risk, because if you don't have the time to use a scroll on her, you risk to finish your ultimate, so usually it is not worth risking. This is a test run, also we are already a high power, so we could try and risk the battle, but usually you don't want to do that. If you have high skills, it is better to just try and hide or approach the group and talk and try to get some money from it. So I think this encounter, usually I try to be polite and help the Lord and get some money from that. And if you have good diplomacy, you can get. Oh, we failed. And now we can choose to battle, but in this case, we go away. So basically, if you want to try the ultimate, it is important to get as soon as possible your skills up, and also to drink your every how they are called, every unguent, every thing you can drink to increase your skills. Like for instance, hangover. I have hangover coming from, I don't, but as you can see, I have blast instincts here, 2 points. I have oil of allure. All these things can be prolonged very easily, so you can drink once and prolong for forever. And these are not things usually dumped by enemy caster spells, so it is very convenient to drink blasting sands and things like this as soon as you can. Hangover. Not sure about it. From what I got that. Anyway, we want to talk with the director. Castle. but I doubt they will let us enter. No, we cannot. We must wait for the morning. So what could we do? Serpent crowns. Oh, this thing. Bounty. Oh, maybe we have some quests from Kazuvari. We could try. Finger. Maiden. Oh, acquire the matron skull. This is interesting because it should be among the altars of the dead in Nekataka. So this is a place in Nekataka we could go and try to find the matron skull, which is one of the quests of the Kazuvari Island. And these are old quests. Okay, so we try to do this one while we wait for the morning. I would like to know why we have that bad effect. Hangover. I don't remember what hangover is, honestly. Maybe alcohol consumption could be. Check what do we have. Okay, let's go first. Talking with our friend here. Let's see if this is
What can I do for you?
removing
Massage,
the
bath,
hangover.
whatever you need. Just
We
ask.
get some message.
This robe over here. Feeling better, right?
No, we still have hangover, and I don't know from what this is coming. Oh well. I need to get some documentation about it.
That will do nicely.
And we have low dexterity. Not super important because we have 0 recovery with everything. But oh well, will do. Okay, so plan is going to the north east of the city. Let's go this way. I look for this skull in the subterranean part of the Barrat temple. And as you can see, oftentimes when you go up and down stairs, Villa get lost, and you can use that as advantage if you manage to get her lost before a battle. Anyway, so we want to go here, and in the temple of Barrat. I'm not sure if it is the part below or up, so maybe better to just go to the second stairs, and from there we enter the part below of the temple. Okay, so this is a test run, so we don't have the whale challenge enabled. We can see the numbers, so you can check every now and then how your prolonged duration are going, and so it's easy to keep things up this way. For instance, we just prolonged should be still there. The chorus now, as you can see, we are still millions of seconds, no problem. But if you're doing the real ultimate, you have the wild challenge, so all these numbers are not visible. And when in doubt, it is better when you cross some map a region, you just before doing the your trip, you just prolong the usual way things swapping your precious armor and necklace this way for a while. So you're sure, even if you cannot see the duration, that you have always enough. This is, in short, the tactic when you have the wild challenge. Okay, so this is the upper part of the temple, but we want to go down there. The hanging sepulchres. Because I think that's a place, the risky place where this thing we have to find is. One of the Kazuvari missions. Oops, finding things. Okay, so if I recall correctly, it should be this way. So probably we have already killed enemies there, or not. So we will just hide. Let's see, our stuff should not be bad. Eight. No, it is bad. So we need to use our precious slippers of the assassin. This thing is one of the most powerful things you can abuse in the game to be able to have some possibilities with the difficulty level of an ultimate run, because basically when you have used them once and prolonged them once, you can swap them, and when you swap them you are invisible for a few seconds just swapping them. It doesn't last long, but we can prolong it. So what you do is this, and in theory we should become invisible for a few seconds.
That will do nicely.
Like this, and then we prolong. So this way you can move completely invisible until you do something aggressive, and this way basically you can steal things without failing. You can move in places very risky and so on. For instance, with these boots it becomes easy to steal some tables from these sepulchres that usually require some stealth level of 20 or something like that to have some chance to survive. And with these boots you can just be invisible and steal the things without problems. So this is what we will try to do if we find this object we are looking for. So let's see, we should be invisible. Shadow form 4, as you can see, prolonging just a little. We have already about 1 million and more of seconds available, so should be fine. And we still have the problem that we don't see much, so better to use a torch or something like that, or if we have not sure you have it, the lantern shield, shotty shield, also that can be used as a light, but else any torch is good. Let me see. Okay, let's use this one for now. And if you have the boots on with the shadow form on, untargetable. You can run. You don't need even to be sneaking, and this is a big advantage when you're exploring
What
around.
have we here?
So I will
Just
sneak
for
now
some
because
shadows.
we found our target, but probably there's some kind of trap
I
here.
shall make it so.
And as you may imagine, if you don't have a high stealth and you don't have the boots, this is a place where Villa is in great danger. Basically, you're dead. You're dead because they will kill Villa. And the boots make these dangers practically zero. Now, just for fun, we could try and do this battle, but we have a way to just get the thing. We know battle if you want. So we will try the fight just to have some fun. So these enemies are tough, I think. So we could try the usual tactic with the trap to start the fight and keep our stealth and then use our summon. Or we could try something like a different tactic that to start the battle, which is very fun but has some little part of risk. So it is better to use it if you can go at a good distance from the enemy. In this case we can try this. But that's always a little part of risk because Villa is always doing strange things. You are never 100% sure that she will not do some really incredibly silly things like going out of stealth, running 200 meters away and try to fight the enemies with her little fists. So she will be one killed in 1 second. So do this thing for fun or when you have no other ideas how to start a fight. We will do this. So the fun thing is we have this where it is, if I have it, I'm not sure I have it, but I want to show you this thing because it's fun if it works. Let me see. Accuracy. There's a wand that is the wake wand. It is not only powerful because you can gain power level after empowering and prolong them and so on, but you have a big chance of, when you hit something, to make that something confused. And so what happens if we target Villa? She can become confused, and so the battle will start. And once the battle is started, we can use our summon. So this is a possible way. But there is this wand that you can get way before and in a much easier way that you can use to do more or less the same thing, because it has this C-story. Spell hits have a 5% chance to charm the target. So we cannot normally charm Villa. Target her with our cipher spells or our chanter spell because she's not an enemy. She cannot be targeted by our spell and normal spells, but she can from this wand. And so what we do is try to target her with a special spell, which is the Cipher. Psycho Vampiric Shield, which is one of the very few Cipher spells that we can use to target Villa. And we have small probability with the wand. We must equip it. To charm her, and once charmed, in theory, the battle should start and last the few seconds necessary to summon and to attack the rest of the enemy. So this is a tactic that you can use to start the battle even when you are still not a very high level. Basically, after console out, you can already get this wand and try to apply this tactic. So we try to do this just to see if it works. So basically, you are not in battle here, you are away from the enemy in a safe position, so in theory we should be able to do this.
Certainly.
Out of stuff. So what we will do is target her with this spell. I keep on doing this until in theory she gets charmed.
Perfect.
This is not the most efficient way, because usually starting the battle, keeping in stealth, using a trap is more convenient, but there are times, for instance, before the battle with Dirty Dugan, that could be a way, or just to have fun, do something different. The probability is about 5%, so not super high, but much better than using other things with 1% probability. At least I think it used to work. Maybe I need something else. I'm pretty, but she's not. Maybe I need something special here, not sure about it. Okay, let's try the other one. But I'm sure I used the other. Maybe this is only working with the one. I don't think we can use the spells, but let's see. Maybe I'm just confusing the two wands, and this is the right one. Or maybe Villa is just not helping here with this 5%. and we will have to go back to the trap tactic or something different. We could also use another tactic. We could use some web on her, or try to stun her, paralyze her. But this way is fun, if it works. Ah, I'm not able to do. Okay, I go back to the standard ways. Not sure about it. So, as usual, we want to do this from safety, so we use the boots,
That will do nicely.
become invisible,
Sharp eyes and
stealth, prolong. But I'm sure I used the one time ago to do this thing. Okay, let's see. Shadow form. 7,000 seconds should be enough to start the fight, and we need a trap because the traps are usually the easier way you can start a fight with enemies without risking much, and you have also a big advantage with the traps that you can stay stealthed usually. So this way, even when you have not a zero recovery, you can still have a big increase in your speed, because when you are stealthed you have 85% less recovery time, so you can cast not aggressive spells on your summons and stay stealthed, and that's pretty great for a build like this one. Because if I have a difficult battle, I can stay stealthed, keep my summons up, and empower my summons, for instance, without risking anything, because while we are stealthed and Villa is stealthed, we can use the summons. For instance, we can give them the pain link, so when they are damaged, also the enemy is damaged. And this is a way to win some impossible battles, especially when you are low level. Oh, Villa is out of stuff. Time to
Yes?
fight.
Yes? Oh, perfect. Yes? Oh,
So this is not a difficult battle. The important thing is to have Villa out of the initial trap.
oh. Oh, yes. Oh, indeed. Yes? I shall. Oh, yes? Oh, yes? Oh, indeed. Oh, oh, Certainly.
Oh, want to do something. So this is the one risky thing about this kind of enemies, because they can try and jump on Villa.
Oh. Yes.
There's still another one hidden somewhere.
Oh. Proactive. Oh, I shall. Word a build a soul.
Oh, here it is.
Word a build a soul. Oh. Meetum da sida ex cockhinting this is. Yes. Meetum da sida ex cockhinting this is. Certainly.
And
That's
that's it. So, a lot of
I bit my
enemies,
tongue. Kinda hurts.
but as usual, Villa is the real risky thing. And we managed to get this item. The Matron's skull. So we are energized, we are robust. Oh, we could use some let me see, we could do we should look for some destructible, possibly.
Oh, very nice.
But I'm sure that one of these wands, or even both of them, were able to start the fight, having Villa trigger that percent probability to become confused or charmed. Maybe it is just a matter of keep on trying. But again, if you can use traps are really one of the best one of the best tactics to start a fight. Always check your shadow form, because sometimes you forget about it and then you think to be invisible but you are not. And it's game over.
Trouble.
So these are impossible enemies usually, and as you have to, if you want to get the
Trouble.
the ghost bot, you must come here and be able to steal a table from this place, and usually it is incredibly difficult. You need a super high stuff, you need a very difficult tactic, but if you have the boots you can just come here and steal things and nobody can see you. So pretty powerful.
Trouble.
And as long as you don't
Now
do
here's something.
anything aggressive,
Silence surrounds me. I shall make it so.
you keep on your invisibility. You can steal things and so on. So pretty powerful. And we found oh, and I must remember for people not having seen this test run, but we are playing almost at ultimate difficulty. The things we don't have at ultimate level are, we don't have iron mode, so we can reload the game because this is equivalent of a test run, and we don't have the wild challenge, and we don't have the EOTAS challenge, because we want to be able to play the game after reaching, we don't have the time stop after 80 days to be having to go to Kaiser, and we want to do, we played doing other quests, and we keep on going around doing things, testing the build, but these are the only things different from the ultimate level, because the rest of the battle challenges are there, the level up of the enemies are there, and so on. The difference is these super powerful items that you can get, and using them in a way that is exploiting some game. I'm not sure they can be called bugs, because for instance this thing that you can swap things out of fight and prolong the effects, a lot of people consider it a bug, but I have a feeling that they are still there because being the ultimate challenge so incredibly difficult, the developers may think they were still good to give the classes not having standard ways to prolong the good effects, like the mage with the wall prolonging the duration by 1 second each time at each tick, and the priest class having the how is it called? I don't remember the name of, but there's basically 2 classes that can prolong the duration of positive effects by magic while on battle. The rest of the classes of the game are not able to do something like that. So these kind of items used in this way are a way to give the other classes a possibility to try and overcome the difficulties of the ultimate challenge. So maybe these things are not being patched for this reason, to give a way to different classes to try the ultimate challenge. Maybe it's not like this, it is just they run out of time and did not patch them, but it's a little strange because a lot of other things have been patched during the different fix that we had to the game, but these things are still here. I don't think it's something so easy to not notice, but well, only the developers of the game may know this thing. But in short, if you want to try the ultimate challenge and you are not going to use a priest class, a mage class, basically a blood mage class, or a single class assassin, well, these things can give you a possibility with other classes. If you don't use these things to prolong the good magic effects, well, I don't know. So far, nobody's been able to win the ultimate challenge without using this sort of cheating items. But never say never. Maybe someone will be able to do it without prolonging. Anyway, we did this thing. Now it is 7 o'clock. We should be able to talk with Director Castle. And finish the other quest. For instance, there's another thing that you can discover, and it is in game since a lot of time, the fact that a lot of magic items, if you find 2 of them, basically they can be recharged just dropping them together. For instance, this works with the glows. If you have 2 of them, you can recharge them, keeping them together. And the same is with the fireball necklace. And I think a couple other things that now. Oh, this one. This is very easy to find and very useful. 1 power level and 1 intellect, and you can recharge it just putting it down. So these items are, and we have also the boots. Not these boots because they give stuff, so nothing to recharge here, but there are these boots that are super useful to reach some area of the game without Villa being able to go and for instance, these boots are super useful in the fight with the Ringa Beast, because that fight with Villa, if you don't have an easy way to paralyze or to stun or to block Villa at the start, is difficult because she runs to you and she even is able to pass a sort of chasm, and she goes there in the middle of the battle, and so it's game over. With these boots you can jump directly to your enemy, and so you have the time to start the battle before Villa is able to reach you. And so they could be super useful, and they can be recharged. So if you have at least 2 of them, you can do this.
That will do nicely.
Okay, let's go.
Thanks for letting me tag along.
Another
The
encounter.
Deadfire is
This one probably is the one with less consequences. It is just something contributing to the story, but there are no real dangers and no real advantages in choosing some. Maybe it changes some kind of reputation with the faction, but not something really changing how your ultimate challenge can go. There are much dangerous encounter you can get in Nekataka, but that one is not. So will we be finally able to talk with Castle? I think we must talk with the director.
Watcher, what excellent timing. A letter said she assures me that she made all the necessary corrections. I can... Perfetto. What did you discover? Deverus? That is worse than I suspected. Please, explain. Spare me no details. Madiko, our convoy routes are meant to be an interesting scheme. That is enough to work with. Agressiva. I do believe
Sound gold,
I've
experience,
got that
experience.
already our partnership
Well,
proves fruitful.
when you play solo, is not really. When you have already max level, so you don't really need the experience, but money is always good.
I am still trying to make sense of the counter-story. From the moment I first
Mostly
sighted
we
these
want
islands,
new quests
I
to
knew
do.
they would be the birth. Now then, was there something you needed? I'll answer what I can, of course. There's a great deal. Was
we
there
can
something
talk.
chiefly luminous? But the company. As for the royal, the pity of it is that under friend. Yes. I'll answer what I can. Flaune Alette has always been. Yeah. Everything that we tangle with the people. That said, and the queen said there's a great deal to talk. Was there something specific you?
Okay,
Yes.
let's try and do something else. I don't think for now we can get.
You know, I wish
quest.
you'd been around. Now then, did you? I'll answer what I can, of course. Alvari, appointed by the. There are rumors she started out on a ship. Now then.
Maybe I can increase the font size a little. Let's see. Should be somewhere here. Okay, let's see. Power. Duration. Shadow form. Still very long. Okay, what do we have still to do? Return to Atsura at the Brass Citadel. Forge alliances. Okay, so basically if you want to choose one of the factions to go to Kaiser, we can decide, but I think when we got there we want to use our bots. We have the items to do that. Okay, maybe we can go and speak with Flonelet at the Spire of the Solstice. Okay, so first we go talking with Atsura, and then we go the Animancers. Let me check one thing first. I'm not sure I still have them available, but oh, I have one. I'm not sure about it because in theory I could destroy this barrel here, but there is explosive, so I would risk to kill some innocent people. So maybe not the right thing to do. Yeah, I would kill Wanika probably, and there are children here. No, not a good thing to do. No, but in theory I could. Oh, already? No, I cannot because I cannot destroy this. Already been used probably, or there was another one. But in theory, if you find it destructible, you can get some level 3 missing empowerment. Like for instance, we have energized, we have robust. We missed the one for dexterity. I don't remember the name, but you can get it with the least unstable coil and a destructible easily. And then we have this one also we could get. We have brilliant already, and we could get also the one for research. So usually these are easy to get back in Kazuai because you have some pillars target, but in Nekataka there are not a lot of barrels available, so not super easy. But if you find a barrel, keep it, don't destroy it, because you can destroy it in the future, gain back these powerful buffs if you have the least unstable coil or things like that. So first we go here and go talking with Atsura. So as you can see, least unstable coil, brilliant, more constitution, armor rating, 10 health every 3 seconds, might, penetration, attacks interrupting on crit, and so on. You could also recruit Aimini, I think. This way.
Clear skies. That explains the rumors the Valians are scaling up in Queen's Birth. I'd hoped you would stop them. quite a lot. Nevertheless, I'm more interested in reports the storms around the islands have cleared. Even if this isn't the out, we'd long suspected something unnatural was yes. If the storm, and if after all. In any case, her office is on the main floor behind the large double doors. It's
So
most
basically, finish this quest, get some experience, get some money. And I want to show you this. We are still under the super boots effect, shadow form. So we are untargetable. So these things are not even a fraction as powerful as the single class assassin vanishing strikes, where you become untargetable but you can attack and keep being untargetable. So basically you become invincible because you can hit enemies, they cannot see you. But the boots allow you to steal things. I'm not sure you even need to be sneaking, but basically you can, and they don't see you, as long as you don't attack or do something aggressive to people. So they are still super cheaty. And one of the things that are not so intuitive is that having these boots not only allow you to steal things and to not be noticed, but the fact that you can steal things while almost avoiding sneaking makes you do much more things and get much more loot in cities and in places where you usually have to sneak, and this way you can spare a lot of time. And time, if you do the real ultimate, is super important, because that's the
Sure, I shall make it so.
Oh, we cannot because we are not yet. Now we can. So basically, to steal safely you have to be sneaky, but you can just sneak at the last moment, and the rest of your movement can be done running. So this way you spend much less time than usual, and this way the small time you have to finish the ultimate can be used much better. So the boots are great also for this reason. So we are almost exploring the place, like you see the map, but don't think I have more missions. Let's ask here to the commander, but
Atsura tells me you makes a person
not
wonder
sure we
what
can
kind of. Don't
get
tell me you've never gazed at a horizon and wondered at what
more
lies beyond.
things.
Or seen a no trespassing sign? That's this route. But they've also imagine how much more we could achieve. Why not? The storm and your ex, but enough of that for now.
So we could tell her the truth that Queen Onekaza asked her to do something.
There's an understatement. The trouble and storms at home have delayed. We're due to collect. We've contracted. Meet her. Complete the trade.
We got one
and
quest.
She's one of the, most of her work is or should be. It'll be easier for Okaya to explain. Good sailors with a fast, along with half. I understand your cousin.
Okay,
with
we
the
get
country
one
bee.
new quest.
I've got no love for. Let's just say. Any other questions? Wheatless agreed to meet. This is her payment. Fleet Master. This is the kind. Clear skies.
Okay, we don't really need the experience. We are top level. We don't need the money. We have 300,000 gold. But, you know, just to explore, see the quest, do some fight every now and then. So in theory we have a quest, we could go to the powerhouse and burn it, but we don't want to do that now. Let's see,
I've
maybe
got
we
all sorts
can
of goods
buy
and supplies.
something
Take a look.
here. Oh, a ring of greater regeneration. I think I could have already one of them. Basically we don't need normally to use it, but we could also get the gauntlet, but we have better gauntlet, honestly, so okay, we get a ring just because we have a lot of money.
As you like.
And maybe let's see if there is some weapon to buy, but for this build we don't use weapons much. Also with the evident challenge, weapons are easy to break and so. But
Looking
out
for
of
a pistol
curiosity,
or an alcohol.
let's see. Well, this is a powerful weapon, but for this build, not super useful. Some boom, some. Okay, let's buy this.
I'd best shed some gear.
Let's see if I have already this ring. I'm not sure about it. I was sure to have it. So in theory we could use two of them. Okay. And now okay, this is a new quest. I don't want to do this one. Oh, this. Speak with Flaunilette. So we go this way.
Thanks.
Okay, so in theory we should be able to talk about new things. Or maybe there's something happening here.
We're getting consistent readings, and that is if you're up for it. Clinging to certainty is just the same as before.
Okay,
Great,
I
to
don't
all of you,
remember honestly where we go this way, but let's see what happens.
Look for the next Adrap healer. Once
Because these are quests that you normally don't do while doing the ultimate, because it takes a lot of time. So oh, second animancy experiment. Find a way out.
I shall make it so.
And we are still invisible, so we are still safe. Let's check it. Shadow form. Check. Found a panel with an empty socket. Maybe we can find the thing
Trouble.
going to that socket. So plenty of enemy we can explore. We can know where things are. In theory, we could just get things
As you like. Trouble.
as long as we don't attack. Can just go
Silence surrounds me.
and get everything.
Trouble.
Plenty of enemy anyway.
I shall make it so.
Okay, so we will do the battle for fun. So normal tactic here. Well, we can just find the things and in theory open the door using the lever. And without fighting, and we can go on. But we want to do the battle. So normal tactic is a trap. Even if you don't have the boots, you have a decent stealth like 12 or 13, 14, something like that. You can already use the trap in a pretty safe way and have enough time to go away. But the boots obviously make things much easier because you can place the trap and still be at a distance. Oh, how to place the traps when you don't have the boots and you have to calculate things in a very precise way, as you may not have the time to go away and so on. Usually a safe enough thing is to place the trap at half the radius of your enemy visuals. Even if you have the wild challenge, you can still see that when you hover over the enemy. Another super smart way is to try and check if enemies have some kind of scheduling, like this sweep going up and down. So in this case you can just place the trap and wait for the enemy to come back over your trap. And this also is a pretty smart way of doing it. But usually you can do that only in areas that are large. So let's see if it works. And only this works only with enemies that are patrolling. When they are not, well, you have to risk a little more. But anyway, once the battle has started, we can start chanting. Villa is still safe. We can go a little away, prepare our chants, and empower them from staff. This is the safe way usually. So whilst Villa is still started. This is the proper way. Once she get out of stuff, but you had to fight. But you could win a battle just empowering your summons and keeping your stuff. At least with standard enemies. But something like that will not work with super mega bosses, but with this kind of enemies usually you can win the battle this way. And an important thing is, while your summons are fighting, your Cypher part, your Psion part is maximizing your reserve of Psion power, which is called, I don't remember how is it called, but basically you are filling your magic. So that's also great. Okay, time to have some fun.
Certainly. Very well.
Better to go back because Villa could be attacked by some invisible enemy, so
Got to try something else.
better to avoid risking.
Word at be yes.
Indeed. As you like. Oh, very nice.
Not sure if I ever use some missiles. Oh, one. But just to show you, I just use one missiles, but I can get back all 10 of them just dropping dropping them and getting them back. Now they are 10 again.
Yes? Certainly.
See. I think there's not much to do here. So we can go down. See, we check the time. Shadow form. 10,000 seconds. Do a little more. And one of the things we found is bonus at the talk cell bones. To an ally immune to afflictions, last defense. Oh, these are powerful. But for melee,
That will do nicely.
I can't wait to make some new friends.
I don't remember. I don't think this is the quest with the Kraken. I think this is another one.
What have we here?
Oh, trap, trap, trap.
I shall make it so.
And where do we go? This way. We go back. Oh, out! Like this? Ah. We can just go out this way. We could skip the rest. But this is the reason why you don't do this quest during the ultimate, because just walking back to Nekataka from there will take a lot of time, a lot of hours, and you don't want to spend
Trouble.
your time that way.
As you like. Trouble.
Because you have a lot of things to do and you have only 80 days. So this is probably a nice quest, but you don't do this quest while doing the ultimate challenge, because just walking back is not a thing you want to do. But now we are doing things for fun, doing battles. So there are plenty of enemies. And probably if you want to free the people here, you must kill the enemies. And maybe starting from the ones which are near the door, not the one at the center. So we could start from here. So as usual, we could start with the trap. These enemies don't look like they are scheduling, so it could be a little more difficult. Also, this thing can detect us probably. Maybe start this way. Also, one is here. Not super easy to start with a trap. There are plenty of those nasty beasts over there. Let's see what happens.
To whispers and shadows.
So you can place the first trap just to see if enemies are able to see it. Where do they go? So nobody. Seems like. Okay, here they are. Okay, now more or less we can see these nasty things. Here is the radius. Oh, a patrol. Maybe this is the one. That would be. Maybe this one is patrolling. Oh, or maybe just notice the trap. Okay, let's try and start here. Let's see this way. So I think this place is has a lot of enemies. So the dangerous thing is to try and not have all of them come and fight together. So we try to stay away mostly for Villa. So when she's at a good distance, we can start. them a couple of pain link. Oh, Villa out of stuff immediately. And this is really something that you never know, because sometimes she stays stealthed and sometimes she goes out of stuff for apparently no reason. Maybe the enemy is this way, that's a reason. There was this enemies that made her full of fear.
Yes. I fear not. Yes, indeed. It's beyond me. Well, that's not it. Perfect. Oh, certainly. Yes. I shall make it so.
So if you want to do things in a super smart way, you can try to start the first battle and avoid finishing it when you have a couple enemies remaining. You start attacking the rest. So this way you reduce the bigger risk, which is having Villa somewhere, because once she's terrified she will stay here and you can go keeping fighting in the other places, making things much easier. But we are already a super high level, we are full of items, powerful items, powerful prolonged magic, so we can win also without that. But the real smart tactic would be to start one fight and keep on fighting, with Villa terrified here in a safe place.
Yes.
That would be the right thing to do.
I shall make it so.
And as you can see, we have a gunpowder barrel here. So this could be interesting because we could use destroy this barrel and get back some powerful improvement to our statistics, the ones that we are missing, but that and we probably would survive the barrel exploding Problem is, if Villa is nearby, she may not survive. So it's a tactic we could use, but first we must find a way to have her in a safe place.
Indeed.
Let's try and see it. I will save because we are doing the test, and we can do it. But honestly, in a real ultimate, it's a little risky. So we try to find a way to have a far from the powder barrel, and before we also prepare the things we need to be able to get back these powerful improvements. We need the least unstable coil, or we could use also no. Okay. Now this one. We need this one because empowering a special spell or ability, you get back one random inspiration for each hit of your special magic or weapon ability. And we have one of these weapon or this magic ability we can use. It is this chant.
Oh, very nice.
And once we are a brilliant, this chant is available from the start before starting the fight. So we can use it on destructible and trigger our least unstable coil and hopefully get back this powerful effect. Problem is, and this is to gain back our empower point with this scimitar. Problem is just Villa, and to get Villa out of danger, as we have collected a lot of powerful items, we could use something like the spider silk rope. You can enchant it with a lot of nice things, but for this build, all in all, I think the most useful thing is not this one, because we can prolong it for just drinking an antidote. Not this one, because we have other ways to do damage, not really super important. This one, because this one is giving us Beanie Web, one for encounter, but if we use auto fight, it will be replenished immediately. So basically infinite starting Beanie Web, and we could use that to get Villa out of danger. We could just make a scroll because they are cheap, but as we have the robe, we can get that. So I will enchant it with this. And then I will use the robe to try and but we have a small problem. Okay, nothing really big. Okay, so least unstable coil, robe, scimitar, and some destructible. We may want to get more accuracy if possible. So should have some nice glows. Yeah. And I think we should be more or less ready.
That will do nicely.
So first we try and
Certainly.
get Villa out of danger. This way. Then we go here, we prepare, we empower, and use this. And as you can see, we got intuitive and swift. Not all of them, but 2 of them. It's not bad. And now we can try again, but better to avoid the explosion. So we got swift and we got intuitive, which is giving us 28 perception. So we just go away and prolong it. Avoiding the explosion. Villa could have been killed by that thing. Maybe not, because also she has some healing magic, but no sense to risk for something like this. So better to have her in a safer place. Okay, for now I think that's enough.
Oh, very nice.
Stealth.
That will do nicely.
Prolong. For now we don't need that belt. Oh, we could use, let's see, belt. I was using this, where it is, sash, not belt. This one is not bad because it is giving you some 10% damage at the start against enemies, so all in all it's a good effect. If you don't have to increase your defenses, it's not bad. But there are other good more defensive belts available. Now we use them, so we put things back. We could try using this one, which is also powerful, but in this case better to have a torch. I don't have so many traps left.
Oh, silence I shall.
Let's see. Or stealth. Shadow. Not super long.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, we have another one that we can use, but I will use it when we have no more enemies nearby. So we have enemies here, and we have enemies probably here too.
Trouble.
Maybe these are the ones convenient
To whispers and shadows.
to start the battle. Okay, she's out of stealth.
I fear not. Yes? Nisum Vasida ex Hockington.
We can start the battle. That's the most. Try and start the battle this way, while Villa is this way.
Yes?
Better to be ready because that invisible enemy will come and try to reach Villa, so we must be ready with our paralyzing and stunning abilities to protect her. Oh, okay. It's this way, so less problems.
Yes?
Now should be much easier because Villa is here. In theory she's safe.
Oh, I shall. Oh? Yes? Yes? Indeed. Meetum Lasida ex Cochintin Nesses.
Got to try something else.
Oh? Meetum Lasida ex Cochintin Nesses. I shall. Meetum Lasida ex Cochintin Nesses.
Spot on.
Meetum Lasida ex Cochintin Nesses. Meetum Lasida ex Cochintin Nesses. Yes, indeed. Meetum Lasida ex Cochintin Nesses.
Sacritu!
Ooh, destroyed the barrel.
Yes,
Word a build and sour.
Not a smart thing to do. Anyway, we have still another
Certainly.
one.
as you like.
Oh, we should have another one. Oh, crap, I did some really stupid thing. Let's see if we can survive this. Not sure. Probably, but not super easy.
Well, that's not it. Ugh.
So don't do this thing in a real argument.
Something else.
Don't risk.
Be on seek. Oh. Indeed.
Nieten daar zeer echt kochhinting des is. Nieten daar zeer echt kochhinting des is.
Okay, I think this is the last one.
Loose! Don't leave me here!
Hello, Boig! Just did a silly mistake, but managed to keep Villa alive using a scroll. Oh, this is a nice weapon.
As you like.
Please help me. I do not know how it is you came by this place, but please, you must save us. Those animals ate him. My friend. Riku, who takes his life and spares Akira. They took someone. May Nagati guide you to God.
Okay, we got one. Maybe there is another merchant to free. Not sure about it.
Will do nicely.
So we found a nice axe. Well, we have better weapons, but still. Let's see. Solitude. Oh, it's giving you concentration when you are near an ally. So it's not bad for a summoner build. Freezing Lash. Enchant. Not super useful. Okay. Gain concentration when far from allies. And this is something. That could be interesting if these are not crit only for the weapon. So all these weapons with special effects are good for a caster if you find the one that is applying effect also with hits not from the weapon, the same weapon, because they are much more useful because you can use them to improve your magic. But there are very few of this kind of weapons. I don't remember, but I think the very powerful one is just the Engoliero, which is something that you can get only if you do the fight with the ghost ship, and that's not an easy one. So for now, let's try and get back our missing level 3 empowerment, which is the resolve one and the dexterity one too. We lost it, so we could get a couple back if we are lucky. So we prepare for that. We get the gloves, giving us 3 points of accuracy. We get the super useful belt, which is the engine of this trick. And then we prepare. Oh, we damaged our shield. Repair. And we get ready with our scimitar. Select it. Our slot. Because this scimitar is giving you back, when you empower something, is giving you back 3 phrases, and this is not very important out of battle, but 100% chance to return an empower point. So you spend an empower point, but you get it back from the scimitar. So that's why this weapon is good for chanters. And so we ready this. So when we empower, we still have the point back. And this will get back some level 3 empower to our statistics with special hits by certain kind of attacks or spells. And we have one of these special spells, which is the Chanter Hair Revenge. There are others, but for a chanter this is the good one. So, as usual, real problem is keeping Villa out of explosion dangers, and to do that we use, for instance, this.
Oh, very nice.
Using the spatial binding web, strength.
I shall.
Prepare for this.
Perfect.
Empower. Hit. Okay, courageous, one of them. Well, not 100%, but still something useful. We get this one. Still missing the perception one, but and the dexterity one. We should find another barrel somewhere. Not easy. We prolong it. Oh, but maybe okay, we can do it. So we can replace the... I don't think there are more barrels. Okay.
Spot on. I can get it to spin. There we are.
Good gauntlets.
As you like.
And here is the second prisoner.
I shall make it so.
But I think there are no more barrows we can use to gain back more stats. Oh, there is still one. Okay. They are dangerous, but we can survive as usual. Problem is Villa, we can manage to do that. So, belt check, scimitar check, gloves check, spider silk robe check.
That will do nicely.
Villa, come here. Empower. Spell. Boom. Intuitive. And that's pretty good. 28 perception. Stealth. Prolong. We'll prolong for a while because we need to walk a lot and it takes time. Not sure, but I think there is also a pretty dangerous battle ahead. If I recall correctly. It doesn't look like one, but it is. Let's see if I remember. Okay. This. This. And this. See. Shadow, shadow, shadow. Yeah, pretty much.
Perfect.
A village still. In the, how is it called? In the web. So now we have this long way to go back to the city. I think here there is an encounter that can be pretty difficult, so I will save it. Because this kind of enemy doesn't look like much at this level, but these are some very special enemies. I think they are much higher level than usual. So we try to sneak and observe. And we ambush and attack because I want to do the battle. But if you don't underestimate these apparently not so powerful enemies, because they are super high level, I think. So okay, we have ways to usually in the battle also. Oh, we can avoid using the torch. We can use also our wand, which is powerful too. So okay, try starting without a trap, see what happens. Out of curiosity. That's some kind of risk. Okay, let's try this tactic.
Meeten the cedar eggs, Meeten the cedar eggs, continuously.
Oh, word yield and sour. Lava be on seek. Oh, well, that's not it.
Oh, danger here.
Meeten the cedar eggs, continuously.
Indeed. Spot on. Lava be on seek.
Meeten the cedar eggs, continuously.
Yes.
We are still an enemy, but oh, Willa is blooded. Oh, this one, okay.
Meeting the cedar eggs, cocking this is. Yes? As you like.
So this better,
very nice.
no good loot or something. There's something you want to do for sport, but not a needed one.
Certainly.
So let's see. Where is that? Maybe here. I'm looking for the difficulty description. Maybe here. Summary. Records. No. Channel. I don't remember, but there is a screen where you have the list of your settings. Difficulty level. Oh, here it is. Difficulty. So basically we have solo, the challenges, except the IOTAS, while and that's it. We have Rudica, we have Ringa, we have Skyan, we have Galloway, we have Barrett, Abidon, Ondra, and especially Ilea, which is the harder one. We have experts, we have Path of the Dawn, we have level scaling all upwards. So pretty similar to the ultimate level. Big difference is we don't have Dead is Dead, the iron mode, because obviously this is a test run. We want to play relaxed and talk about things. So we want to be able to save and reload in case. Oh, we can do this mounted, but it should be super easy. It's true that with upscale up, all enemies will scale up, so even this kind of encounters is not really too much easy to be something annoying, but still.
I shall.
we should be able to do it without problems. Sleep. Oh, again, a good habit is to always check if you have shadow foam on, because sometimes you forget about it. And if you run in a place without shadow foam, Villa is not able to survive usually. So we need it. We must remember.
That will do nicely.
Get it, prolong it. You don't need to prolong it for a long time, just the time needed to start the battle, but if you have it, it's much better. I could also try, because I think there are kit enemies here, and we could try and improve our sword, maybe, if it is not ready. Maybe I developed it already, let's see. I don't remember. Let's see. I love this sword because I love the voice of the sword. Also, it is a tribute to some Baldur's Gate weapon. Anyway, okay. Already developed to the top. Okay. I have it already. So I did not enchant it because I don't use a weapon much, but we finished the quest for it. Already killed a lot of kit. And this one, let's see. Complete. We must complete Seeker Path fights to be able to finish. So just to do something different. Oh. Okay, so we should be invisible for a while. Yeah. Some 1,000 seconds. So usually you just place a trap here, not really so difficult. But just to give it a little difficulty, we can start the battle. See what happens like. Crystal staff on staff. Use empower our first chant like this.
Sacritu!
Perfect.
Field and Soul.
Indeed. Meeting the Cedar ex Cockington message.
Yes.
Oh, certainly. I shall make it so.
Chameleon Touch, 1-to-1 attribute and skill. Not bad, but we have better things already. So
As you like. Oh, very nice.
but all in all, I think the real challenges probably are the one in the Kazuvari arena. Those are still difficult fights. Some of them are really still very difficult. Mostly because you have you don't have much space to keep Villa safe. And some of them are really dangerous. The ones with the Nega, for instance. The ones with the spiders. It's a little late, so maybe it's just better to reach Nekataka.
That will do nicely.
And that's it. I go this way. Oh, we could also get... Yeah. We could get that battle and get the bow. That's a super nice bow to get there, but again, if you do the real ultimate, it's a lot of walking to reach this place. For this build, that's not really a weapon that we use much, so probably not worth. But other build, maybe it is worth, because it's a powerful weapon. I don't remember if time passes here. Okay, let's go and see. Decoy.
Surrounds me.
Nighttime. Okay,
Yes?
so we are stealthed. We have time.
I shall.
Okay. Let's do like before. We have a good distance, so we could try something like empower from here.
Certainly.
Sowl.
Meetum dha sida ex cockhinting nesses.
Be on seek.
Meetum dha sida ex cockhinting nesses.
Be on seek.
Oh,
Proacten. Finish them. Word and field and Sowl.
yes. Meetum dha sida ex cockhinting nesses. Meetum dha sida ex cockhinting nesses. Yes, I shall make it so.
Here we a nice bow, and we have also a nice doggy. Trixie. And this one is the Frostseeker bow. Multiple projectiles. You can enchant it with also this nice but you have 2 per rest is not super useful, but the bow is pretty powerful. So if you have some kind of build using the bow, and finally we can go back to our city. But it's a long way, you have to walk all the islands, so. And we must go. Let me check the journal, because I don't remember if you have to talk with director castle or with the lady up the tower. Okay, so you can make attack. Return to Flonilet, so we must go to the lady. But here, something happened.
Don't let them escape. Word and field and Sowl.
Meetum dha sida ex cockhinting nesses.
Lava be on seek.
Meet of the cedar ex cockington.
Very well.
As you like.
This is a nice weapon. Dealing
Yes.
broad damage.
I shall make it so.
But I did something really dangerous. I did not use my boots.
Oh, very nice. Certainly. Sharp eyes and keen ears.
This time we check.
That will do nicely.
Oh yeah. A real battle, in theory. Okay, so usually you could place a trap and so on.
As you like.
But we are playing for fun, so we can take some risk. Where is Villa? Villa, where are you? Here? She's not in a good position. Let's see. Okay. Empower. Go.
Sacritu! Wood, field, and sour.
Yes? I shall. Oh, indeed. Perfect. Oh? Well, that's not it. Meet of the cedar egg cockington. I fear not. Nisem Vasida ex Cockington Nessie.
We'll take you, Watcher.
Madiko, I thought I was done for. These monstrous Agrasima, Watcher. This is a bold move. And look at our machine.
I shall make it so.
And the main reason to do this quest and this battle is getting some boots, if I recall correctly. These boots specifically, because these are powerful items, because these are between the few items that you can use to hit yourself, and this can trigger some special effects and so on, and they would be something very good for this build. The problem is that you get them from this quest, which is a long one, taking a lot of time, so there are better things you can do during the ultimate, but they are pretty useful, because you have this knock water thing that you can use to warp in the battlefield, but especially because they are one of the very few ways you can hit yourself, and there are some kind of special weapons that can benefit from that. I don't remember in this moment, but there are. And so they are some special. Let me check, maybe this one. Maybe with the mace. Let me check. The Bardato mace does some synergy. Maybe this one too, because when hit you have 10% chance to become invisible for 8 seconds. Maybe if it works, you can hit yourself and try to become invisible that way. There are uses for that. This one maybe. I don't remember, but there are a couple items that can benefit from that.
Oh, indeed.
And I think I will stop for now here. Maybe next time we will try and go back to the Kasuvari Island, going with those challenges, which honestly are the ones remaining that are still could be still
Get your supplies here.
be a little difficult. Some of them are really still very difficult, but the rest of the enemies, there are no more mega bosses, so not really something.
How'd all this blood get? Oh, well then. I've told you of my troubles. Ah, lovely.
Okay, save and maybe see you next time when we will, if we keep on playing this game, but mostly for fun because the build is already high level, we kill everything. The one interesting thing could be some more battles in the arena of Kazurai. Some of them are still very difficult. Anyway, thanks for watching and maybe see you next time. Bye bye.